And I now remember I had another dream before it, and only bits of the dream are in my mind now, but I was in a town and many streets and so on. And again, I had a son in it, one of my boys. And we couldn't find this sort of place. And then we were in someone's house. Oh, that's right, I'd blessed them, this couple. That was an emotional moment, lovely, and I'd come from nowhere, in a sense, into their home. The door was open and I'd said hello, and we were talking, and I'd suddenly thought, I said, hey, come here, two of you. And I embraced them both and blessed them. And it was a lovely visit. And, well, by the grace of God, I can't remember any more of the dream. Perhaps it rambled on into the next one that I've already given you above. But how blessed, how lovely. It's a lovely thing when you know you're a blessing to someone. Perhaps you just did something kind. Or perhaps you, gave or did or said or blessed. And you're filled with the love of God. The goodness of God sweeps through you. It's kingdom of heaven living here on earth. It was one of those moments. I'm often, that sounds boasting, I don't mean to mean that, but I get these lovely times, and perhaps you do too. I hope so. If not, you will. Especially now I've said it, you can imagine it. You get these lovely times when you see something that's unusual, you just go and investigate, and you're helpful. And it's almost as if they feel you're an angel, just a helpful person at the right moment. And the blessing of God is just on you and on them. They know it, and suddenly you know it too, that God's in this again, our Heavenly Dad. And I mean, I give them a card, so they can follow me on YouTube, be with me forever if you like, listening to my recordings. And it's just a lovely touch of heaven again. The grace and the goodness of God. It might be someone who's broken down on the side of the road and you just go and investigate. And they say, like the chap the other day in a Mercedes with his turban on, and no, it's all right, I've sorted it out now. But you're a blessing to him. One, because he's sorted it out, and two, because this stranger's come from nowhere, like an angel. God makes you an angel where you are. Isn't that just lovely? You are the angel. It's like, as a child, I thought, no, I am Jesus, the baby in the manger. I thought that even then. Wasn't that amazing? I mean, as a something like, I don't know, 6, 7, perhaps 8-year-old, perhaps younger, I'm not sure. How lovely that such a thought should come to me without being Christian, See, it has nothing to do with being religious. It's to do with the kindness of God. When you feel for some reason the possibility of God in your life, it's a lovely time. It's an anointed time of His grace and favour and kindness and rescue. We have a lovely God. What's the point in believing and trusting anything else? You have a lovely God. He loves you. With you always. Your Dad, Heavenly Dad. That's what matters, nothing else. Nothing else will do. I love you. Nothing else would do, Father. Nothing else would do. We love you. It's the sort of Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego devotion. You could look up the story. Oh, perhaps not. Whatsoever's good and lovely, think on these things. And parts of the story are a bit hard going. That's the trouble with the Bible, isn't it? By the grace of God, we just remember the good. Love you, Heavenly Dad. Thank you, Dad.